Um, yo, this is Fitness Trader. I did a weekend analysis initially, but it seems like things didn't. I mistakenly deleted it while I was trying to save it. Yeah, I'm trying to get used to my new system and all. Anyways, how you doing? Today's date being 16th of February. This is a Monday, 16th of February 2026. So what is this? Sorry about that. And this is what I'm looking for. Normally I don't trade on Mondays, but then again, this is last week trade on GU. I think this was last week Friday. As you can see the time here, it activated on 7 o'clock New York time. So this was last week trade. Um, this was Friday. Well, see on the trade, the break of structure happened here. Break of structure, BOS. That's what happened there. The break of structure, and as you can see, it went back to filling a fair value gap. This is, don't mind you, this is a 15 minutes. Went back to filling a 15-minute fair value gap. Went up. This is a D1 void, a daily void. As a void on the daily time frame. Markets went around the mid range. Normally, if it hadn't created a body above this mid range, I would have dragged my SL from here and probably put it here or something for it to kick me out. I would have just terminated the trade totally. But after doing this, he came up, created a body, came up, weak down, created another set of bodies. So now, again, this is a break of structure. Break of structure. All it has been doing initially is moving up without taking any liquidity, and that is why I felt like he came for this liquidity here. Yeah, while coming for that liquidity now, these are two fair value gaps. If you are to go to, I think, a 4 hours chart, you will see this fair value gap is inside of, so this fair value gap now is inside of a this thing, is inside of a week. See this week right here, from 36 from 36,336 to sorry, to 36,071. That's the week, and if you calculate the mid range of that week, it's going to be giving you, if I'm not mistaken, do I think there is this my order here. You see that there's a alert that is waiting for me there. That's why I put the alert. So that is at 36,206. That's the mid range of that week on the 4 hours. And if you step down to a 15 minutes time frame, so that's a 15-minute time frame. It is the lower portion of this fair value gap, the 15 minutes fair value gap. That is the 25% mark of the 15 minutes fair value gap. So this area here now looks like a significant price range, a significant price. So basically, I'll be setting my limit, my buy limit here. Normally, with all things being equal, that is on. I'm just trying to do here is normally because of this. Okay, sorry, it wasn't a two fair value gap. My mistake. I made a mistake by saying there was two fair value gap here. Well, normally I'm meant to use the mid range of this 15 minutes fair value gap, but because of this mid range of the 4 hours week, that's the consequent encouragement of the 4 hours week. I'll be using the lower portion of the 15 minutes fair value gap. But to play it safe, you can either use the high that is the open of the fair value 15 minutes fair value gap, or the mid range of that 15 minutes fair value gap. This is just me trying to slim my risk basically. And if you observe, see where the SL is here. The SL is at 36,131. That is a very slim SL though. I ain't gonna lie. Very slim. That is around here. That is the low of this body, the low of this candle now. Let me use this to show you. That is where the SL is. Normally, the SL is meant to be here. That is the low of this other block. Because as you can see, this is another block as well. That is either that other block or just the wick itself of this candle that formed the fair value gap. That's if you are trying to maximize your trade in the sense that you are allowing for fluctuation in price, that is in the market, allowing for fluctuation and for spread. You feel me? What is just here is just me trying to learn how to tighten my SL. You get, and as you can see, this is a 7 pip stop loss. We thought it's been equal, it's meant to be more than that. If I was to put it at an ideal spot, so if I was to put this as at an ideal spot, this will be giving me at about 13 pip stop loss. Can you see that? 13 pip stop loss. Feel me? And my take profit is just, this is I'm actually doing a primary and secondary take profits. Primary take profits being these highs is not all that equal, but you can call it a relative equal high, same as these ones here. And this is a fair value gap. So basically, this is a primary target. This right here can be a secondary target. You feel me? Then if you want to go further, you can just wait and target the close of the fair value gap. Basically, he is going above here is also a certainty, because if you are to measure from the 4 hours fair value, from the 4 hours week that we use to set this, from the week high, that is from the open of the week to the from the high of the week to the low of the week, 400% will give you exactly this high here. But if you feel like you can hold for a very long time and all, which I feel like I'm going to also put a prime target, because as you can see here, I already have a TP here. I have one TP here as well. These are two this thing. You feel me? So that's just it. I'll just be waiting to see what market does. So for now, we're waiting to see what price does once it trades into this fair value gap. And the time as of now is 10:15. So this is the New York silver bullet range. And yeah, price can also go up, because this also is also looking like a trade to go downwards. As you can see, it's also in a fair value gap, break of market structure upwards, and it can go down and decide to take all of these out. And that's why I said you can leave your stop loss at this low of this week, and if it takes it out, you know for sure that price is actually seeking, that market is seeking lower prices. You get, because chart is not as clean light as it is here, as it is in Euro USD. I'm having network issues. If not, I would have loved to show you all that shit. And yeah, so I'm just going to be here waiting for what price we do, and probably it will deliver what we want. But let's not pray, because what we don't do prayers here as a mentor. We analyze and we try our best to predict as close to possible as what price we do, or what the markets we do to price. So yeah, once the alert goes off and I receive a notification on my phone, I will let you guys know. Till then, peace.